That, welcome, Chantel.
Hi.
Am I saying it correctly?
Chantel, yes, that's
Okay,
saying
welcome,
it perfectly.
Chantel. Go ahead, introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about who you are and all that stuff.
Okay, well, first of all, thank you for having me. I appreciate it so, so much. Like you said, we met at the Awakening the Women Within workshop. Wasn't it what? I'm going to break this whole cycle that's happening right now, and I'm going to level up. But it really, really has to do with your mindset.
You doubled up? Doubled up meaning what?
Sorry?
You said you doubled up?
No, I know. No, that's not what I said.
Okay, I thought you said you had to break the mindset and said, you're going to double up.
Oh, level up. Like you have to make up your mind and say, what am I going to do to get to the next level? Like
level up.
Yeah,
Okay.
level up.
Yeah, you're a bit soft-spoken, so.
Sorry, am I quiet? I feel like I'm talking so loud right now. Oh, my thing's up. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so you had student loans, did you have credit cards? Did you have any other loans?
No, it was just student loans and a few credit cards, to be honest with you. Like everyone, like most students, those were the first things that I know. That's when I noticed. I was like, okay, you know what? These things that they're offering me and this job that I got after going to post-secondary school is not gonna cut it. There's no way that I'm gonna be able to get out of that hole and be able to, go buy the house, go get the nice car, and do those things that you really want to do. So I went out and I got educated, and that's what I want to do: motivate people, young people, even older people as well, middle class people. It's never too late to get started.
Absolutely, it's never too late to. Yeah,
never too late.
It's never too late to change a pattern. It's all a matter of making a decision and then choosing to act on it.
Right.
Where do you have a platform that you get into the schools, whatever? Where do you meet?
I do. I actually through Primerica. Many people have heard about it. Some haven't. But what it is, it's a financial umbrella. They work with other financial companies, the best companies that are out there, and they basically they come in and they try and help get you a plan and help middle class families get out of debt and find financial freedom.
Yeah. No, I heard you say you're passionate about the young people. So I'm trying to understand, how do you get to them? Do you have something that's specifically designed to reach them? How do you network with young people and say?
Not yet. I don't have anything really yet. The only thing that I do have is my Instagram page. And that when it's open and I post things on there, like hopefully is catching a few people's eyes. Also from going to events like the one that I met you at, and also just word of mouth. Because I go and I sit with people, and after I sit with them, they'll give me they'll give me a call and be like, hey, I have someone that needs to talk to you. You know what I mean? And I absolutely love doing that. I love spreading the word. But like I said, my whole thing is to get everyone else educated, because it really doesn't take too much. A lot of people say they don't have time and they don't have the money. Well, if you don't go out and learn about your money, you're going to always have that problem. So I just go and I let them know, like, it really doesn't take much. Once you make up your mind, like you have that mindset, I have a place for you to go. It's not going to cost you a lot of money, less than what you spend on coffee in a month, I'm sure, and only 2 weekends. And it will change your life. Even if you don't want to go out and do what I do it for yourself. Mm-hmm. Do it for your family. Teach your children to do better, because there's a lot of things in school that we're just missing, or it's just not there yet. So if I get to talk to one person in each family the way I see it, and I set up a light bulb or a spark in someone's mind, and they can go on and talk to their families, or their families can see what they're doing and encourage them, we can make such a big difference. The middle income families around the GTA, like all of us in Canada, we could all be living so much greater, so much better, and look forward to financial freedom, because right now it's like the majority of us are drowning, and it's sad. Yeah.
And we need a shift in the finance, definitely. What about colleges and university or high school? Are you doing financial services full time, or is it a part time on a part time basis?
Right now, I'm still part-time. I am still very, very new to this. Like when I tell you this time last year, I never would have thought I would be speaking at events. I never would have thought I would be talking to anybody about anything, much less finances. That's why I'm so, I guess, pumped up and passionate about it, because I'm like, if I can do it, anybody can do it, literally. And once you get once you have that those things, that education in your head about your finance, you'll feel the weight lifted off of you. It's just going to be amazing, because you're just going to be like, oh, I know this. I know what to do now. Oh, I have, a plan for retirement. I have a plan for this. I have a plan for this goal. You know what I mean? Once those things are in set, it's such a relief. I feel like once you find relief or balance with spiritual and physical and mental, add financial to that, nothing can stop you.
Once you grow, you want to show everybody else how to do. You're at not necessarily the top of the mountain, but once you start climbing and you
once I start,
look
yeah,
back and realize, oh my
once
God.
because once I'm at the top of the mountain, I know everyone's gonna want to know my story. I know they're gonna want to know how I got there. So why not try and bring people along with me, on the journey? You know what I'm saying? Let's all go together. Don't wait for, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's all go, let's all learn, and let's all do this together. Let's all be our own advisors.
Okay, that's awesome. Congratulations doing that. I'm not sure how Primerica functions or what their rules and guidelines are. Mm-hmm. But I was just wondering if, what efforts are made to connect with high school, since that's where you said, hey, guidance walked me in, let's go get an OSAP loan.
Yeah.
What about in university? Can you guys advertise on billboards? Do you go in and hold a workshop? Because even though they're still doing it, mm-hmm. It still takes a number of years for the reality of it to kick in.
Right.
Ideally, it should be starting. How old is your daughter?
My daughter's 12 now.
Huh?
She's 12.
12. Yeah. Ideally, it should be starting when they're 8 and 9. Once they say, Mom, can I have an allowance?
Yes, exactly.
Well, let's teach you what money is, how it works, and the whole concept of it.
Yeah. I'm not sure how their Primerica advertisements work. I know that it's what's the word for it? They're kind of restrictive in a way because of laws and things, because at the end of the day, they are an insurance company, but I'm not exactly sure how the promoting it works. I know that it's really restrictive. I know that. Like,
I guess maybe I'm just thinking of avenues that can be used to,
to get it out there more. And yeah, I understand exactly what you're saying. But other than for, there's thousands of Primerica reps, like, everywhere. But the problem is, I feel like we're kind of conditioned to go with that, what we're taught, right? We know one thing, we know that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to go to the bank. And if it's not the bank telling us, then we kind of just don't want to listen in a way. And people are catching on. Like, mind you, I have, for instance, when Primerica first started getting publicly traded in 2007, I believe it was, or 2010, it was only $15 a stock. And today is $125 a stock. And our major banks in Canada and the government of Ontario are part of the largest stockholders of Primerica. So obviously, I found that out doing my own research before I even went and signed up. And just seeing that, I'm like, well, if the banks are investing and the government of Ontario is investing, then they must know something that I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It must be a respectable company that knows what they're doing, and the banks are jumping on. So I need to jump on too and see what's going on.
Well, yeah, the bank is jumping on because they take your money and give you 0.01%, and then they give it to Primerica to give it to them
while they're getting 12 to 18
at a higher, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I know that Primerica does offer a legal shield. Are you aware of that? Have you been educated on what legal shield is?
Yeah. It's kind of like a lawyer on call kind of thing. Like, you need some law advice, you can just go and call up. I haven't called it myself, but yeah, I know a little bit about it.
Okay. It's next to having your finance in order.
Yeah.
That is the next thing, which is, I think, that's one of the reasons why they partnered together, because you can do all good and well, and you climb to the top of this mountain, and you have secured everything, but you have not taken the step to put whatever needs to be in place to say if or when, not if, because we know we're all going to go. When something happens to me, I say if because I know that, okay, you could be in an accident. Do you have a power of attorney for care? Do you have something legally that says this is the person that speaks on my behalf? Because if you don't, what many people are not aware of, the government at that point can choose to say to your parent, she is not technically yours anymore. She's an adult, so we don't need to give you any advice.
Right.
But most people don't know that.
Yeah.
Same thing with your funds, whatever money that you have accrued.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have a will that says, well, I would like it to go to my daughter.
Right.
She could get it, but after how many years, after it's tied up in probate, she needs money to live today if, God forbid, something happens to you.
Exactly. That too. And I learned about that too. And then we found out about the other options of having, for instance, a common sense fund or a segregated fund, because they're kind of tied into life insurance in a way that they're protected from creditors. Like, no one could come after it. If, God forbid, something happens to you, it goes straight to your beneficiary. There's no probate time, and there's nobody that's going to reach their hand and then take their share before it goes to who you want it to go to. So that's I'm glad that you brought that up, because that's also another thing that a lot of people do not know. They don't know how to protect themselves. It's sad.
Yes. Definitely, because I am a legal shield associate, and I am passionate about sharing the information. I have 5 children, 4 of them are boys.
Wow.
If they call me at 2 a.m. in the morning, because if you get in a call at 2 a.m. in the morning, it's not a good call.
I don't get those calls yet. I can't even think about that yet.
And we traditionally think, oh, they have done something wrong. No, they don't. I have one parent that her son was 22. He was at a party, and he's leaving the party when the shots rang out. Everybody got arrested.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Yeah.
Right? So education is something that needs to be rounded, and being an associate of sharing that information is, definitely key. Where can our viewers find you if they want to get more information, want to connect with you?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at C.Scott.Financial, or you can send me an email at c.scottfinancially@gmail.com.
C.Scott, S-C-O-T-T?
Yeah, I'm going to send you a text with it spelled perfectly after, because I have to double check myself too.
Okay.
So yeah, but yeah, you can reach out to me there for now. While I want to have a website. It's under construction right now, and hopefully it will be up soon, up and running. Because I'm very, very passionate about that. I love that when I go and I speak about these things, because I'm really not here to try and convince people. I'm just here to share the information, and I'm hoping that that light bulb will go off, like I said, and they grab onto it. I'm glad that when I go out and I speak, that I have people like you that reach out to me and they want to hear more, and they want me to go out and speak to others more, because that's pretty much been how I've been getting out so far in the last, I would say 8 months that I've been doing this. So yeah, it's been amazing. I after getting my life insurance license, I am licensed in Ontario. After getting that, it was just like a snowball effect of me learning about finances constantly. It's an everyday thing. I need to see what's going on in the market. I need to see why it's going down. I'm just so into it, and I'm so into learning more about how I can reach out to other people. Like you said, like how can I reach out to more young people? How can I get it to click in their heads that this is so important at a young age? Because mind you, like I said, I was introduced to this financial advisor when I was in my early 20s, and it wasn't until 30 came, and then 31, and I was like, okay, time's going really, really fast, where I was like, okay, come on, you need to do something. You need to do something and figure out how to make this money work for you, because it's not like you're not making it. But make it work for you. How come your bank keeps telling you you're richer than you think? And it doesn't seem like you are. You know what I mean? So.
Thank you for stopping by this episode of Shift. Subscribe, leave a comment, like, share the information. But most of all, like the second hand on the clock, take 60 tiny moves that you can come back tomorrow. I love you. God bless you. Have a good day.